Blah, 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 blah. 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 Today we're talking about instant cameras. I've been using a Fujifilm for the last couple of years and absolutely love instant cameras, and I'll talk about why. Let me just hold it. I've got the Fujifilm Instax Mini 8. I've had this for a couple of years now. I love instant cameras. I think they're great, and I think they're something everyone should have, whether you're a photographer or not. I feel like everyone should have an instant camera. The reason being is because nowadays it's so quick and easy to take a photo on a phone or on a digital camera that you kind of get clogged up. You end up taking loads of photos. Everyone tries to take the perfect one. One photo, you end up taking 3 or 4 of them just to make sure you've got a good one. And it's easy for your photos to get lost in the masses. With an instant camera, you've got one shot to press the button, one shot to make sure everything's perfectly lined up, and that moment that you press the shutter is the moment solidified forever, as long as it's exposed correctly, because I've taken plenty of instant photos which have come out far too dark or far too overexposed. But you get one shot to capture that moment. So there's a few reasons why I think instant cameras are great. First one being is that it's instant. The photo comes out immediately. You can't spend too long setting it up. You can't spend ages and ages perfecting it, making sure. I mean, you can if you want. You can sit there trying repeatedly getting your photo over and over and over again. The fact it prints out immediately as well is amazing, because it's a lost art nowadays that people don't get their photos printed. Everything's sat on albums, on Facebook, on your phone, in the cloud somewhere. You've got instant access to all your photos, which is great, but people don't get printouts anymore. I know I don't, and it's something that I'm really trying to do this year, is print my photos more. Just to put them in albums, just to have them there, that I physically have the photos there, instead of them all being on a digital device or a hard drive somewhere or in the cloud or whatever. But with an instant camera, the photo is instantly printed. You've got it there immediately, and I think that's great. Another reason why I love instant cameras is you can't edit the photos. I mean, if you really want to, you can scan them in, you can take a photo of your Polaroid and then you can manipulate it that way. But that just defeats the whole point, in my opinion. You can't, once it's taken, you can't edit it. You can't adjust how your body looks or your face looks, or you can't adjust the colouring and everything like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that if that's what you want to do. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all. But for me, I love the fact that in an instant camera, that photo is completely raw. You can't edit it, you can't manipulate it too much. You can to an extent if you really want to, but I love the fact that it's just a raw photo. It's a raw moment in time that you've now captured. I am filming, aren't I? And another thing that I love about Polaroids is the fact that you don't have to sit there spending ages adjusting the settings. I know you don't have to in digital cameras. You can shove your camera straight on auto, but even then you can sit there manipulating, adjusting the frame and everything. You can change all the settings you want in your digital camera. Even on iPhones now you can download apps so you can adjust the aperture, the shutter speed, everything like that. But with one of these guys, you can't. The most you've got is adjusting the lighting conditions, which I never even do. You just take the photo and hope that it's bright enough and exposed enough but not overexposed. And it's great. It takes so much of the thought out of photography, but in a good way, in a way that you are literally you're in that moment, you're capturing that moment, and then you've got it in your hand immediately. There's also something extremely satisfying about watching a Polaroid develop, in my opinion, or an instant photo develop. Just watching that photo come to life from a completely white piece of paper to then developing, I think it's great. So yeah, I think everyone should have an instant camera of some sort to capture memories. I won't show you any of the photos that I've gotten with mine, because they're all personal memories to me, which aren't photography photos like you'd post on Instagram, but they're just they're purely memories that I wanted to remember. I wanted to remember this moment. Now, this isn't a buying guide. I'm not going to tell you which Polaroid or instant cameras you should buy or why or anything like that. The reason I love my Fujifilm is the film is actually quite cheap for instant cameras. I've also got this old Polaroid. I actually don't even know which model it is, but I've got this old Polaroid. Polaroid 1600 is what I've got. Okay, so a pack of film for the Polaroid is 8 instant photos for £15 to £16 on Amazon at the moment. Whereas for the Fujifilm, you can get 20 shots or 20 instant photos for £15. So obviously the Fujifilm's a lot more better value for money. The photos you get are smaller. You don't get a big square standard Polaroid photo, but I think they're great. You can get these little wallets for them. Don't know if you can see it, I've got a little wallet up there which you can put all your photos in. It's nice and small, it fits your pocket. You can put one of these, you can put in your wallet. I've got a Polaroid photo in my wallet. They're cute, they're little, they're easy, they're instant.
Ooh, hello.
They take up no room. The camera itself can fit in my camera bag easier. I've got a coat, this fits in the pocket. I was walking around Germany with this in my pocket because I can. It weighs nothing. I almost just launched it across the room. Yeet. But yeah, I think everyone should have a instant camera because they're just great. Dog. But yeah, that's all for today. I just wanted to quickly talk to you about instant cameras and why I love them. I'll pop the links down below for this one on Amazon because I think it's a great camera. I think there's the later one's the Instax Mini 9, which I don't know what the difference is. I know there's a little mirror on there so you can see what you're taking photos of if you're taking selfies. But yeah, I'll link the latest model down below. If you want to follow me on socials, my Instagram's @LukePalms. I'll link that down below. You can check out my website, I'll be linked below as well. And yeah, check out the other videos on this channel. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please drop us a thumbs up. It massively helps the channel. If you enjoy the content, subscribe. The content. If you enjoy the Jesus Christ, that's not getting left in. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. All the other stuff that every YouTuber is telling you to do. Yeah, if there's any specific videos you want, leave a comment down below and I'll have a look and see what we can do. But yeah, till next time, that's my video on instant cameras. Peace.